So good morning once again, class. Today we're going to continue our discussion on financial statements. So just a quick review of what we have discussed so far. We looked at the importance of financial statements or financial reports last time. We said that it's not only the company itself, the shareholders, that make use of the information that's generated in the financial statements. It's important that the financial statements should follow the certain principles, certain standards. Okay, and that's the function of the assurance function. The audit function makes sure that the company complies with the standards prescribed by the country. Okay, and then we said that the three basic types of the financial statements are the balance sheet, income statement, statement of cash flows, and sometimes they add this statement of changes in shareholders' equity, and also let's put here the notes to the financial statements. Okay, the notes of the financial statements. These are the output of the auditors, the auditing company. Okay, and they give their some certain notes on the financial statements, on the income statement, balance sheet, statement of cash flows that make the financial statements more understandable, and they add details there to the notes of the financial statements. Okay, because you cannot put everything in the financial statements, so some of the items, some of the explanatory factors in the income statements or balance sheet are placed in the notes. So these are also very important, and they form a part and parcel of the financial statements. So we looked at the different types of assets. You have the current assets consisting of, according to liquidity, cash, marketable securities or short-term investments, receivables, inventories, and prepayments. And then you have the non-current assets, okay, that constitute your balance sheet. Okay, so these are the assets, liabilities, and shareholders' equity. And we said that the assets are important because the assets support the goal of the firm as far as generating revenues is concerned. Okay, and then these assets are either financed either by debt in the form of liabilities and equity. All right, so then the income statement consists of the results of the operations of the firm at a specific period of time, while the assets specific point in time. And then finally, the cash flow statement tells us of the sources and the uses of cash. Saan nanggaling and saan ginamit yung cash. Cash being the most liquid resource of the firm. Okay, it's important that the firm traces the quote-unquote whereabouts of cash. Saan nanggaling and where it is going. All right, and then last time we already started with this worksheet. Okay, there were some things that we learned last time: operating expenses, except depreciation and amortization. Now I think I missed answering that question. Why is depreciation and amortization singled out? Why is it separated? I don't know if we answered that question. I posted that question, but did we answer that question, class? Bakit nga ba? Why is depreciation and amortization singled out? That's why we have it here, no? As a separate line item in the income statement. So what's the reason why it's separated from the other cost items? Anyone, guys? Okay, so I think I forgot answering that question last time. So to answer that, the depreciation and amortization is singled out. I mentioned that these are non-cash expenses. Okay, so when you record depreciation expense in the income statement, it doesn't mean that there's an equivalent cash that goes out. Unlike other expenses like transportation expense, utilities expense, etc., there are cash outlays for that. For depreciation, these are depreciation and amortization, these are non-cash expenditures. And they're singled out because this item is needed when we construct the statement of cash flows. Okay? Kaya natin hinihiwalay si depreciation and amortization kasi kailangan natin yung amount na yan when we construct the statement of cash flows. And we'll see that it depends on if we are able to start with the statement of cash flows today. All right, so the line item, the operating cost except depreciation and amortization, if we deduct that to the net sales, we have the EBITDA. Okay, that's your earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. When we subtract depreciation and amortization, we now have your EBIT. Okay, earnings before interest and taxes. Some would use IBIT, income before interest and taxes. Okay, and then, so this is now your operating, this is also called your operating income. Okay, operating income. Why operating income? The only expense items that we haven't deducted are your interest and taxes, interest being a financing expense. Okay, so your EBIT less interest, we now have our earnings before tax. And then we subtract tax to arrive at the net income after tax or earnings after tax. Okay, from this net income after tax, based on the decision of the board of directors, okay, there is possibly dividends to be distributed to the shareholders. Okay, so these dividends will now be deducted from your net income after tax. Okay, so less common dividends, and then what? And then the difference between the two, 137.1 minus 77.1 in this case, this is now addition to retained earnings. And the addition to retained earnings will be added to the previous years. Okay, it will be added to the previous years. Okay, here, added to the previous year's retained earnings. So this was the previous year's retained earnings, 750. Okay, and then we add the addition to retained earnings of the current year, which is this one, 60. Okay, so that what we get here for the retained earnings of 2020 or 2021, 2021 is the retained earnings of the previous year, which is G43, plus the addition to retained earnings of the current year, which is F22. Okay. All right. So that will now create your retained earnings. Okay. And then the balance sheet will now tell us what are the assets, liabilities, and total equity. And they should equal. Okay, so the asset requirements of the firm, which is 2 million, because these are in thousands. Okay, which means yung cash, short-term investments, accounts receivable, inventories, plus the net plant and equipment. These are all financed by total debt of 1060 and then total equity of 940. So we have here a more leveraged company. Leverage in the sense that mas malaki yung debt kaysa yung sa contribution ng mga shareholders. Okay, let me pause for a while. Clear ba as far as that is concerned? Paki-chat naman please. Kindly chat please if so far okay yung yung first two income statements na kinuha natin. Okay. Waiting for the responses of others. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's continue now our discussion. Now, we said last time that in order to create your cash flows, we need to have these three statements. We need to have your income statement, your balance sheet of the current year, 2021, plus the balance sheet of 20 of the previous year. Okay. So I think I was thinking whether we should construct the statement of cash flows first. Okay, let's do that. Let's compute first. Let's create the statement of cash flows first before we answer the other measures here. Okay. All right. So today we're going to determine how do we construct the statement of cash flows. Okay, as I mentioned a while ago, what are the financial statements that we need so that we can construct the statement of cash flows? We need the current balance sheet. The current balance sheet is 2021. We need also the current income statement. The current income statement is 2021, so we have it. Okay. And then we need also the previous year's balance sheet, which we have. So we have those three complete financial statements. Therefore, we can create our statement of cash flows. As we said, the statement of cash flows is very important. In fact, for others, they say that that's the most important cash flow for them because it is where the most liquid asset is analyzed from as far as its sources and uses. But remember, what's the statement of cash flows? It tells us of the sources and uses of cash from operating, investing, and financing activities. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now. So how do we start with the cash flow? What we're going to do is we're going to create a let me just okay. We're going to create a pro forma, a template. Okay, so here we're going to identify yung O because we need to identify operating, okay, and then investing, and then financing. So kindly follow along, class. Follow along with what I'm doing here because this is now, we're now going to learn how to construct the statement of cash flows. So this is a pro forma, a template of what to do. Okay, we're first going to start with net income after tax. Okay, that's the, take note, we're just coming up with a template. See, this is just a template. Let me write this. Template for statement of cash flows. But if you're already used to making the statement of cash flows, you don't need this. You can just directly construct the statement of cash flows. But for our purposes, we're going to need this because it will help us visualize. It will help us. It's an aid. It's a guide on how to construct your statement of cash flows. So we start with net income after tax. And we have that figure in our income statement for 2021. Okay, this is our net income after tax. Okay, and I just linked it to this cell, which is 137. Oops. Let me just clarify that this is net income after tax of 2021. Okay, the most current one. So if we're constructing the statement of cash flows for 2021, we need the net income after tax for 2021. Okay, and then this question I ask you again. Remember that that we're constructing the statement of cash flows. Now, question: is this net income after tax, is it equivalent to cash? Is 137.1 equal to cash? So let me wait for your answers. Is net income after tax equivalent to the cash received by the company in 2021? Is it equal to, is the cash received 137.1? Answer, please. Anyone, please? Is net income after tax 2021 equivalent to cash? Yung 137,000 na yan? Okay, so we have an answer here. No, okay. Why not? Jeremy? Why not?
Sir, actually, I'm not sure po, but I'll give it a try.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
It's not equivalent to cash po because the non-cash expenses like the depreciation and amortization are not included po.
Are not included or
are
included?
subtracted po.
Okay.
From,
Perfect, Jeremy. Thank you so much. Your answer is very correct, no?
thank you.
Okay, so salamat, Jeremy. That's tamang sagot yun, no? So Jeremy is correct in saying that this is not equivalent to cash. So if you take a look at the income statement, yung net income after tax in class, it's not equivalent to cash. Why? Sabi nga ni Jeremy, when you arrive at the net income after tax, you include in your income statement non-cash expenses and even non-cash revenues. So for others, meron silang non-cash revenues na sinasali nila dun sa income statement. So yun pa lang, guys, ibig sabihin hindi na cash yung, hindi na equivalent to cash yung net income after tax natin. Tapos yung depreciation and amortization din, okay, which we subtracted, right, to arrive at the net income after tax. Let me show you just to refresh our memory, guys. Di ba dito? Sinubtract natin si depreciation and amortization. Ayun, no? Sinubtract natin yan to arrive at the net income after tax. Kaso, itong depreciation and amortization we have learned are non-cash expenses. So, the answer is we cannot say that net income after tax for 2021 is equivalent to cash. So, how do we convert net income after tax to cash flow? That's why, by the way, class, dun sa exam nyo, dun sa tinanong ko dun sa may net income, okay, after tax, there were just a few, siguro less than 5 of you who really got the answers. Kasi ang answer dun, we should not depend on that, no, yung calculation ng CFO. Bakit? The CFO was basing the calculation on net income or net profit. Di ba sabi natin, when we do investment analysis, cash flow ang tinitingnan. Kaso ginamit dun net income. So hindi pa pwede yun. Dapat yung net income and yung mga net profits, dapat i-convert yan sa cash flow. Okay, so that was the first point there. Okay, pangalawa, some of you missed this. Hindi pwedeng i-add, guys, no? Hindi pwedeng i-add yung mga cash flows belonging to different time periods. There were some of you who got it, no? But some said it's okay kasi mas mataas yung yung net profit, yung total net profit. Okay, so remember, you cannot add cash flows that belong to different time periods. Okay? So third, dapat kukunin yung present values niyan using the weighted average cost of capital. Okay? In order to compute for the net present value. Okay, so that in a nutshell is the answer to that question. So, hindi yung napansin yung nakalagay dun sa may mga ngilan-ngilan, no? Napansin yung net income. So, we don't base our decision on net income. We base it on cash flow as far as finance is concerned. Okay, so that's just a quick comment on the answers for that particular question. So, dito, class, kung merong non-cash revenues, ima-minus natin yan. So, in order to convert your net income after tax, you have to subtract any non-cash revenues that were added, and you have to add back any depreciation, non-cash depreciation and amortization that was subtracted. So dito, wala naman kasi binigay na non-cash revenues. So dito, ano lang, no? Add back lang natin si depreciation and amortization. Okay? All right. So this is equal to depreciation and amortization is equal to this one. I-link na lang natin sa taas. There. Okay. All right. So far, okay. So far, we were able to already adjust our net income after tax by adding the depreciation and amortization. All right. So we will now go here. We will now go here to the balance sheet. So what we need for the income statement is the depreciation and income statement, is the net income after tax, and the depreciation and amortization. Okay, because that can only be found in the income statement. You do not find it in the balance sheet. Okay, then let's go here now to the balance sheet. Now, what happened to cash? Cash and cash equivalents. Did cash decrease or increase? Take a look at the cash balance. What happened to cash? Did it increase or decrease? And by how much? Hello, class? Increase ba? Increase ba siya? Class, please share your answer to everyone. Nag-increase ba si cash? 2022, 2020, and then 2021. So what happened to cash? Did it increase or decrease? All right. Thank you. There was a decrease in cash. Thank you, Jeremy. Nag-decrease yung cash from 80,000 to 10,000. Okay, so let me get the difference. So I'm going to start with 2021 minus 2020. All right. So masyado maliit yung font. Copy ko na lang. Okay. And then let me format this, Control 1. Format, gawin kong... Okay, there. Para kita natin. Okay, so cash decreased by 70,000. So in the statement of cash flows, dapat we should be able to show this. Kasi di ba, sources and uses of cash. So we should be able to show here in the statement of cash flows that cash went down by 70,000 and that the ending balance should be 10. So from 80,000 at the beginning of 2021, it became 10,000 at the end of 2021. Okay, so that's what we're going to look into here. Okay, so let's see yung mga accounts natin, no? How do we use the accounts in order to determine if it's operating, investing, financing? Okay. Start muna tayo dito, no? Short-term investment. Okay, di ba nagbago siya 3.6 to 3.8. May cash ano yan, may cash effect yan. Okay? So ang tanong, saan pupunta yan? So operating, investing, financing. Any guess, class? Si short-term investment ba papasok sa operating, investing, o financing? Kindly chat, please. Everyone, guess na lang kung ano sa tingin nyo. No? Pakilagay for everybody, please answer. O for operating, I for investing, and F for financing. Sige, everyone please, guess nyo lang kung ano sa tingin nyo. No? Okay, please give your answer to everyone, please. Don't just direct it to me. No? Okay, everyone please. Sa lahat yung share class para makita ng iba. So may I tayo, may F, may O, Okay, yung iba pa, guys, may okay, okay. Right, F. Okay. So the house is divided, iba-iba tayong answers. Iba I, yung iba F. Okay, the answer class for this one, ang clue, ang ano natin, ang let's sabihin natin ang rule na susundin. Kapag interest bearing siya, okay, kapag interest bearing, usually ang finance department ang may say diyan. Okay, so that's why yung short-term investment natin, that's a financing function. So sa F pupunta yan. Okay? Okay, pero mamaya natin gawing balikan natin tong short-term investment. Simulan muna tayo sa accounts receivable. Then babalikan natin si short-term investment. See, accounts receivable, guys, is that operating, investing, or financing? Everyone, please, again, chat. Okay. Si Steph Oba. Okay, everyone, please, chat naman OIF. Si accounts receivable, operating ba yan, investing, or financing? OIF. Everybody, please, kindly chat. Waiting for your answers. Is that O, yung accounts receivable? Saan siya papasok? Operating, investing, financing. Okay. 6 pa lang sumasagot. I'm waiting for... Okay, I hope we get 30 plus responses. Very good so far. Okay, waiting. Okay, less than 50% pa lang tayo. So I want everybody to please answer. Si accounts receivable ba yung changes niya? Will it form part of operating, investing, financing? Okay, a few more. Last few seconds, class. How about the rest? May kulang pa tayong mga 10. What happened to the... Okay, thank you. Pabuti natin ng 30 responses, class. At least more than 30 responses. So around 9 more students have not responded. A few more seconds. Okay, good. All right, good. At least nakaabot tayo ng 30. Okay, thank you so much. Next time, sana class, 100% yung ano natin, yung participation. IOF, FO. Okay, so divided ulit yung house, guys. No? We're having different answers here. Okay, so let's analyze. No? Si accounts receivable, how is it generated? Di ba nagbebenta yung company, di ba? Eh ano bang activity yung pagbebenta, pagsisell? Ano binebenta nila? Yung finished goods, no? Kung manufacturing. Siyempre, bago makakabenta, kailangan gagawin mo na yung goods, di ba? Anong proseso ba? Anong activity yung paggagawa ng goods? So the answer is, guys, it will fall under operating. And dito siya. Dito natin siya ilalagay, yung change in accounts receivable. So accounts receivable change from 311.4 to 371.2. Dito natin siya ipapasok. Ang susunod na tanong, aside from where will it fall under, operating, investing, financing, which we said forms part of operating. The second question is this a source of cash or a use of cash? Okay, again, tatanungin ko kayo guys ha. Mag-chat ulit tayo everyone, no? Lagay nyo U for use and S, U or S, use or source. Take note, tumaas yung receivables natin. Diba? So sige, pakilagay U or S. Okay, thank you. Yan, very good. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Yan, ang dami. Thank you. Okay, very good, class. Thank you so much. So it's a source of cash, therefore, positive or negative kung source of cash? Positive ba siya o negative? Plus or minus? Pakichat na lang kung plus or minus. Kung source of cash siya, plus. Okay, good. Good, good. Excellent. Yan. Thank you so much. Very good. I'm happy, guys, that there are more responses. There are more participating. Pero hindi pa rin tayo nakakuha ng 100%. But that's an improvement. Very good improvement. Okay, so ang accounts receivable natin, nag-increase siya ng 371.2, di ba? So, i-format lang natin to. Format natin yung mga cells natin dito para, okay, control 1 or command data 1 sa Mac control 1 and then i-ano ko yung sige, number na lang tapos 1 decimal place, lagyan natin ng separator and then lagyan natin pag negative, lagyan natin ng pula no para makikita natin. Okay, and then kahit sige, red na lang para very apparent siya. And then black na lang. Sige. Yan. Okay, thank you for your responses. All right, so therefore, this will be source of cash, di ba? Okay, so dito, ilalagay natin dito. Ito yung change in accounts receivable. Therefore, this will be equal to, okay, yung change niya is, okay, 59.8, no? Source of cash. Okay. So let's go now to inventories. Si inventories, saan siya papasok? Operating, investing, or financing? Review lang natin si accounts receivable will fall under operating, okay, and then it increased, therefore, use of cash siya, no? A source of cash, kaya positive 59.8, no? Okay, and then inventories, saan papasok si inventories? Okay. Operating, investing, financing. Any questions, class? Inventory, saan papasok? Operating. Okay. So, yes, correct. Correct. Tama, guys. No? Tama. So, you notice sa cash flows, guys, dalawang tinitingnan natin. Number 1, saan papasok yung change ng activity na to? Yung change ng asset na to? Is it operating, investing, or financing? Secondly, the second question to ask is that, is this a source of cash? So, pag source, positive, or a use of cash, negative. Sa Excel, alam natin na kapag negative, di ba, may parenthesis yun. No? Kapag positive, walang parenthesis. Okay, so inventories, you're correct. It will form part of operating. So nagtaas si inventory. So source of cash or use of cash? Inventories, gagamitin natin sa pagbenta yan. Answer again, please. Source of cash or use of cash? S kung source. Oh, bakit naging U? Okay, use of cash. So dapat, ano siya papasok? Sa operations. Tapos, question, sabi niyo use of cash. No? So dapat ba siyang positive or negative? Negative. How about the others? Negative. Okay. Negative. Alright. Sige, lagyan natin negative. So, 415 minus 615. Okay. Alright, thank you. Alright, so far, okay tayo, guys, sa receivables at saka sa inventories. Receivables, nag-increase kasi nakabenta tayo. No? And then, it's a source of cash. Kaya, negative 59.8. Si inventories, gumamit tayo ng, nag-increase yung inventories natin. Kaya use of cash, kaya negative 200. Okay? So operating. All right. And clear so far, class? Any questions so far? Clear so far? Okay. Good. So review natin ha. So si accounts receivable, ano siya? Operating, investing, financing. Okay, unmute na lang please. Operating, investing, financing, si accounts receivable.
Operating.
Operating.
po.
Thank you.
Operating.
Nag-increase siya. Source of cash or use of cash? Nakabenta tayo.
Source of.
So tama ba to? Bakit yun? Tama ba to, class?
I think dapat positive po since it's a source. I
Ay,
think baliktad po yung
sorry,
ginawa.
sorry.
Like yung year po.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, oo nga pala, no, source of cash on. So it should be accounts receivable, this one minus this one. Okay? All right. Okay. Clear class?
Sir, I have a question po.
Hmm.
If it's like source of cash po,
oo nga
magiging
pala.
negative po.
Oo nga
Kasi
pala,
po, yung 2021 po, yung nasa left
Oo,
side.
yeah,
like,
yeah. Tama.
Apo.
Mali. Ay, nako, grabe, sorry. So it should be this one minus this one, no? Okay, so tama na. Okay? Any questions, class? Okay na ba? Hello? Pa-chat
Yes po, sir.
Okay. All right. So, si accounts receivable, source of cash, kaya positive siya, di ba? Positive ba to? Hello?
Sir, to clarify lang po. For example po, you're looking for the, yun nga po, yung parang operating. Dapat po ba year 2021 minus year 2020 or year 2020 minus year 2021?
Depende, no? Kung gusto niyo positive, ang answer, ang lumabas, dapat unahin niyo yung mas malaki, di ba? So, wag niyo titingnan yung ganung rule kasi nakakalito yun. No? Ang tanong niyo, source ba siya or use of cash? Pag source, positive, di ba? So, dapat yung bigger minus smaller. So, do not peg it dun sa rule na 2021 minus 2020 or 2020 minus 2021. Okay?
Okay po, gets po.
So,
For this one po, like since
Ay,
source
mali.
po siya, dapat po
Oo,
371.
tama.
Apo.
Tama. Ay, ano ba yan ako? So, dapat 371 minus 311, no? Okay. Tama na?
Sir, baliktad mo yung
Ay, naku,
pinindot
ano
ko.
ba yan? Andali ah. Dapat 3, dapat
371.2
Ay, ito
minus.
dapat.
Apo.
Okay, sige, yun. Okay. Ay! Ala, bakit ganon? Bakit,
Sir,
guys?
I think mali po yung napipindot niyo.
Mali ba, Jeremy?
Parang
Actually,
napipindot niyo po muna
oo.
yung
Pero sa computer
311.
ko, ayaw ni Excel eh. Tinawa? Pumupunta ako, bigla siyang kumakaliwa dito, kumakanan dito. Bakit ganon, class? Bakit ganon, class? Hello? Bakit ayaw umano ng formula sa akin? Sa inyo ba nag-okay, class?
Yes po, nag-okay po.
Ba't sa akin
Sir,
ayaw?
what if you try po na typing it manually yung cell?
Sige. Ano dapat?
F29 minus
F29.
G29.
Sige, type ko. F29. So, F29 minus, tama ba? FG29. Tama? Alam mo kung may problema yung Excel ko Napindot ko yung G. Kayo naman, no? Kanina ko pa kayo linoloko eh. Guys, ayaw tanggapin ng Excel ko kasi mali yung answer natin. Kasi it's not a source of cash. Gets nyo, class? Okay, ikwento natin ha. Bumili tayo ng raw materials, okay? Ginawang finished goods. Binenta natin. Anong conduct ng pagbenta? Cash ba or receivables pa? Everybody please answer. Naka-receivables pa ba or na bayaran na tayo? Hello? Everyone please. Everyone? Asa na yung cash? Yun na yung tanong ko. Sige. Nasa na yung cash niyan? Yung nag-increase yung receivables natin ng 59.8, nasa na yung cash? Is it already with us? Yes or no? Yes, if the cash is already with us. No, not yet. Yan, sige. Yan, tama. O, bakit konti pa lang sumasagot? Not yet, tama. Not yet. So, how can it be a source of cash if the cash is not yet with us? Nagbenta tayo ng pautang. So, this is a use of cash. Yun. Now you understand why Excel in my computer does not want to do a F29 minus G29. Pakiyas nga guys kung naiintindihan nila. Automatic si Excel ko ha. May AI to, may artificial intelligence. Gets class? Payes naman kung nag-gets so. Yan, thank you. Pati isa lang nag-yes. Okay? The others nag-yes ba? Yan. Okay. So I'm now going to tell you the rule. Okay. So ito, klase accounts receivable nag-increase. Okay? Tama, operating yan. Pero it's not a source of cash. It's a use of cash. Okay. Inventories nag-increase from 415 to 615. Operating papasok. Use of cash, source of cash. It's a use of cash. So the rule is, gagawa tayo ng rule dito ha. Lagyan natin dito. Rule, ito ko nalalagay. Saan pa? Another worksheet na lang para. Rule for cash flow statement. Okay? Assets. Sa assets, pag nag-increase siya, okay, it will be a use of cash. Pag ang asset nag-increase, laging use of cash. Okay? So if an asset decrease yung asset, syempre alam natin na decrease, it will be a source of cash. There. On the other hand, si liabilities and equity, pabaliktad siya, no? Any increase, pag kunyari, accounts payable, pag nag-increase yan, ibig sabihin, umutang tayo, di ba? Therefore, it will be a source of cash. Kasi pag nag-increase yung utang, syempre, ang inuutang natin, assuming na pera inuutang, source of cash yun. On the other hand, kapag decrease siya, increase in cash. Source. So naman, pag nag-decrease yung payables, okay, use of cash. Kasi nagbayad tayo. Alright? So remember this rule. Okay? Actually, ang kailangan mo lang dyan, ito. Isang rule lang kailangan mo dyan. Ito si assets. Ito lang. Kasi pag nagawa mo na to, the rest will be, syempre, pag nag-decrease yan, source na. Tapos sa opposite naman sa liabilities and equity. Alright? So that's the rule, class. Okay, and for practical intents and purposes kasi, di ba si accounts receivable, pag nag-increase siya, nagbenta tayo. Pero yung pera wala pa sa atin. Kaya ando doon pa sa ando doon pa sa customer natin. So, di ba gumastos tayo ng materials, ng labor, ng overhead para gawin yung finished goods na yan. Okay? Binenta natin. Wala pa sa atin yung cash. So, it's a use of cash. And these are assets. These are assets. Okay, next. Si net plant and equipment. Saan papasok to? Operating, investing, financing. Operating, investing, financing. Okay, anyone? O, I, or F? O, I, or F siya? Paki-chat, please. Okay. How about the others? Thank you, Jeremy. How about the others? Waiting for the others to key in their answer. Si property, plant, and equipment ba? Yung mga capital assets, yung mga fixed computers, etc. Okay, very good. Thank you so much, class. It's an I, investing siya. Okay, so dito siya papasok sa I, no? Dito. Lagyan natin dito. Net plant and equipment. Source of cash or use of cash? Again, pakialagay nga kung source S or use U. Okay? Okay, let's see the others. Okay, thank you. You're correct. Use siya, no? Remember, asset ng net plant and equipment, nag-increase siya. Therefore, this is a use of cash. So this will be equal to H7P minus 1. Negative siya. Use of cash. Yan. Okay? Right. Lagyan ko lang ng box to hanggang baba. Control 1. And then border. Lagyan natin ng border. Okay. Yan. Para mas kita natin. Okay. So sa asset, meron pa tayo natitirang isa. Si short-term investment. Okay. Sabi natin, short-term investment is interest-bearing. So may interest yan. Okay? So saan siya papasok? Sa financing. Okay. Once again, guys, pakilagay nga, dalawang answer nyo ha. Hindi, tama. Isa lang pala. S or U? Source of cash or use of cash? Source of cash or use of cash? Okay, correct. Now you're getting it, no? You got it already. Kasi tumaas siya, no? Ibig sabihin, class, nag-invest tayo sa short-term investment. Kunyari, treasury bill. Eh, maglalabas tayo ng pera para makakuha tayo ng treasury bill. So this is a use of cash. So it's 3.6 minus 3.8. Okay? All right. That takes care of the asset side. Class. That takes care of the asset side. Okay, very good. Okay. Next, ito ini-investigate natin, di ba, si cash and cash equivalents. Dapat, whatever we get here, yung total natin dito lahat, operating, investing, financing, dapat negative 70. Okay, yun ang ina-expect natin dito. So dito, pwede natin ilagay, kunyari dito, increase in short-term investment, shortcut ko na lang, increase in AR, increase in inventories. So lahat ng increase, ano? Inventories. Para alam natin kung ano nangyayari. Increase in net plant and equipment or PPE. Okay? Yan. So may pangalan yung ano natin, yung mga items natin dito. All right, next. Let's go now to the liabilities and equity. Accounts payable. Unang question ulit, operating, investing, financing. Accounts payable, operating, investing, financing. OIF. Okay. FF. Okay. So good. Thank you. Thank you, class. Now, ang accounts payable, hindi interest bearing yan, ha? Hindi naman nakalagay dyan notes payable. Iba yung notes payable sa accounts payable. Accounts payable is the same as trade payable. Ibig sabihin nun, this is incurred in the ordinary course of business. Lagi tayong bumibili sa isang supplier, binibigyan tayo ng terms, kunyari 30 days, na walang cost sa atin. Parang meron tayong period na pwede tayong magbayad, lalo na kung ano na tayo, kung matagal ng customer. Diba? I think you have studied that in your may trade discount tayo, no? You have studied that in your accounting. If kunyari yung naalala yung 230, kunyari ganun, 230 and 215 and over 30, you're given 15%, 2% discount if you pay within 15 days. And if you pay within 30 days, you're given 30 days to pay your account. So, yes, tama. This should be O. Accounts payable yan. Kung notes payable, financing yun. So, si accounts payable dito siya. Operating siya. And then, nag-increase siya. Okay. So, once again, my question is, ano to? Source of cash or use of cash? Plus or minus? Source plus use minus. Okay, answer please, class. Source of cash or use of cash? Okay. Okay, balikan natin yung rule. Thank you for your answers. No? Let's go back to our rule. Okay, ito liabilities and equity. Yung utang, pag nadagdagan yung utang, class, source of cash yun. Okay? Kasi kunyari accounts payable. Tingnan natin itong problem nito. Si accounts payable, nag-increase tayo ng 30. Okay, so anong ginawa natin dito? Bumili tayo ng item siguro. Bumili tayo ng merchandise or bumili tayo ng raw material. Okay, binayaran na ba natin? Hindi pa. Nakanino pa yung cash? Nasa atin pa. So instead of paying it to the supplier, hindi pa tayo nagbabayad kasi may terms tayo. Nasa atin pa yung cash. So in effect, parang source of cash. Alright? So ganun ang principle behind, no? So this is a source of cash. So 60 minus 30. Yan. 30. Okay? So I hope it's becoming clear to you, no? Accruals, ordinary course of business to, no? Okay, ano mga example nito? Accruals are expenses, okay, diba, that have been incurred but not yet paid. Okay, accrued utilities. Okay, unless na prepaid kayo na utility kasi meron ng ganun ngayon. Usually ang mga utilities postpaid. So ginagamit muna natin tapos nakakuha natin yung bill. Okay? So, yun sa isang company pag nakuha na niya yung bill ng electricity kunyari, i-record na niya yung accrued expense. Kasi nagastos na niya yun pero hindi pa niya nababayaran. Okay? So yung accruals natin, kunyari kuryente to. From 130 to 140, nag-increase ng 10. So that will form part of operating. Okay, accruals are part of operating. It increased by 10. Ibig sabihin, yung 10 na nagamit na natin para sa kuryente, hindi pa natin nababayad. Nasa atin pa yung cash. So this is a source of cash. Yan. So remember, pag nag-i-increase yung liabilities, it's a source of cash. Notes payable. So this will now form part of your financing na to. Ito financing kasi ang notes payable class, interest bearing yan. It's interest bearing. Lagay nga pala natin dito, increase in AP na lang, ano, accounts payable. Ito increase, ay mali, ink na lang. In accounts payable, ink in, para alam natin kung saan galing ito. Tapos ito, increase din in notes payable. Okay? So nag-increase siya, kaso ito interest bearing, so it will go here. It will form part of your financing. And it is an increase, therefore, it's a source of cash. Yung notes payable natin, tumaas. So, ibig sabihin, nangutang tayo, IOU yan, no? May interest, ano yan, component. Okay? First few lessons natin yan. Ay, sorry, hindi pala. Ibang subject pa rin inisip ko. Okay. Alright? Okay, next. So in total, hindi na natin isasama yan kasi total lang yan. Long-term bonds, saan siya papasok? Okay, OIF. Again, class, please. Your feedback, your response is appreciated. Lagay niyo dalawang answer, OIF and then comma, plus or minus, which means source of cash or use of cash. So dalawang answer, tingnan natin. Is this long-term bonds a source of cash? Is it operating, investing, financing? Tapos ano ba siya? Source of cash, plus or minus? So O plus or O minus, that should be your answer. Okay, I'll wait for your responses, guys. Okay, so more answers, please. More answers. Let's wait for your classmates to key in the responses. Okay, a little more, guys. 20 man lang tayo na na sumagot. Okay, thank you. Okay. So financing plus F plus F plus F plus. Okay, I think all of you got it. Very good, guys. Sabihin you're understood the discussion. From 580 naging 750 siya, nag-increase, di ba? Utang to di ba? Pag nag-increase yung utang, syempre, nagkaka-cash tayo, no? And you're correct. It forms part of your, dapat pala kinakopy na lang natin. Control C, Control V. Okay? Kasi pareho lang naman yung formula, no? Napapakahirap pa ako kanina. All right, so that's good. No? Source of cash, financing. Yan. Okay, next. Total debt hindi yan. Common stock. Operating, investing, financing. This is of course financing. No? 130 minus 130. Anyway, yan lang natin. No? Control C, Control V. Zero lang siya kasi hindi, ibig sabihin hindi nag-issue ng bagong stocks. So pinasok ko pa rin just in case na na ma-encounter nyo to. Okay, si retained earnings class, hindi na papasok to. Bakit? Kasi in-incorporate na natin si net income. Okay, incorporated na si net income dito. Alright, so hindi na natin pinapasok si retained earnings. Alright, then ano pa? Wala na, no? Kasi mga totals na to. Alright, so let's lagyan natin dito sa ilalim. Okay. Alt equal to, kinukuha lang natin total. So ito, alt equal to, sama natin lahat, i-add natin lahat. Ilagyan ko lang to ng bold. Okay. All right. So let's review our output so far. Okay, ito class operations to, no? So ang total operations is 7.3 and it's positive. So this is what we call cash provided by operating activities. Positive. No? So tawag natin dyan cash provided. Provided kasi positive by operating activities. Ito naman, investing. No? So cash, this is cash used by investing activities. Okay? And lastly, ito, cash provided by financing activities. Okay? So ito, lagyan natin ng para makompleto increase in long-term bonds. Okay? Ito, ano ba ito? Sabihin natin increase na lang, no? In common stock. Increase or decrease in common stock, wala naman. Zero naman siya. All right. Then let's see. Now, ito, nag-increase si operating, no? Nakat ko lang to. 17.3. Si investing, used up siya, 130. Si financing, provided, no? So si operating at saka si financing parehong cash provided. Si investing, cash used. All right, and then we add this, sum natin to. Okay, 107.1. Okay, kindly chat please, yes or no if you got the same answer. Hindi lang ha. I'd like to see. All right, feedback please. Yes, thank you. Sige, yung iba please, I want to see if all of us got the same answer, 107.1. Okay. All right, very good. Okay, thank you so much. 107.1. Question. How does that compare with the net increase in cash na 70? Are they the same or not? Obviously, class. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jeremy. Obviously, class, they're not the same. So, we have a problem. Kasi dapat, yung net natin sa changes in cash, dapat 70 din. Okay, ang question, 107.1 to. Nag-increase daw yung cash natin ng 107.1. Pero, syempre, ang mas tama ito, di ba? Itong 70 mas tama kasi cash account mismo to, no? From 80,000 naging 10,000 na lang. Ibig sabihin, bumaba yung cash account natin ng 70,000. Eh dapat sa statement of cash flows, dapat bababa ito ng it should be negative 80 also. Pag inad natin tong cash from operating, cash from investing, cash from financing, dapat 107.12. Dapat 980 to, negative. Okay. Sige. Saan tayo nagkamali? Anong adjustment ang dapat nating gawin? Kailangan ma-adjust natin to. Tama naman yung mga ano natin, tama naman yung mga items natin dito. Okay? Tama naman na ginamit natin muna yung net income. Tapos in-add back natin depreciation at amortization. Tama yan. Tama din yung mga pag-identify natin kung yung changes in your cash, in your assets, is operating, investing, pati yung sa liabilities at saka equity. Tama sila lahat. Long-term debt or long-term bonds. Okay, they're all correct. Ang question, so ibig sabihin ko may mga missing items tayo. Meron tayong items na dapat kasama pa dito na hindi pa natin na-reflect. Or baka may mga adjustments na tayong gawin, dapat tayong gawin. Okay, so let me start with one. No? Sandali. 5 minutes, kakayanin ba natin? Sige, simulan lang natin. First is itong net plant and equipment. Okay, let's net okay. Now, what have you learned in your accounting? Nakalagay dyan net plant and equipment, no? So ano ibig sabihin net plant and equipment? Ibig sabihin meron pang previous ano yan, no? Sa ang parang dito sa balance sheet, linagay lang net plant and equipment, and usually dapat may makikita ka dyan. Kunyari makikita ka dyan A, no? Yan, dapat may makikita kang ganyan, no? Net plant and equipment, palitan natin ito. Okay. Meron kang ano dito, may naka superscript na 1. Tapos may explanation yan, and usually ando dun sa notes to the financial statements. Nakalagay kung ano yung composition ng net plant and equipment. Okay, what did you learn from your accounting? Your net plant and equipment, how is that generated? Anyone, please? Kasi nakalagay na dito sa balance sheet natin net na eh. And I was saying that there actually may dalawang accounts pa na uuna sa kanya to arrive at the net plant and equipment. Ano yung dalawang accounts na yun? Anyone, please? Natutunan nyo sa accounting, I'm sure. Any answer? Hello, class. Okay, let me see. I nag-chat. Land and buildings, okay. Land and buildings, okay. Thank you for the answer, Jess, no? Sinaya. Pero hindi yun, no? Hindi yun. Meron pang dalawang, kasi ang question ko, how do you arrive at the net plant and equipment? Ano ibig sabihin ng net? Class, pag nakalagay net dyan, ano ibig sabihin? Okay, so Jeremy, kindly share your answer, please, to everyone. Okay, thank you, Heinz. Yes. Thank you, Heinz. Thank you, Sandrine. Yes, okay. You're correct. Tama, no? So dapat dito may ano muna. PPE, no? PPE at cost, no? Or gross. And then dito less dito yung accumulated depreciation. Okay. So, ayan yung buong kwento niyan, class, no? Ito. So, tingnan natin ha. Ito yung 2021. Ito yung 2020. Okay, so copy natin. Ano to? Yan. Control C. Ito yan. Okay. Now, ibig sabihin yan, guys, kung gusto natin malaman, if we want to know how much was really invested, how much cash was really put out, dapat ito yung titingnan natin, PPE at cost. Kasi itong net plant and equipment, it was already adjusted for accumulated depreciation. Net na to eh. So if you want to know how much really was the cash put out by the company for PPE, you don't look at the net plant and equipment. Okay? Hindi natin titinan yan. Ang titinan natin, yung PPE at cost or gross. Okay? So the problem is, wala tayo nito. Wala tayo nito. But what we can do is to compute for this. So how do you do that? Naaalala mo sa pag-journalize yung flow ng isang account. So, ganito gagawin natin. PPE, beginning, then add yung magkano investment in PPE. Tapos less yung, ano ile-less natin? Anyone? Ano ile-less natin? Okay. Ay, time na pala, no? So anyway, ilagay ko na lang to. Less kung may iba pang disposal. And then, we arrive at the net PPE. Okay, so next meeting, class, we're going to look at this. No? Ito na lang, simula lang ha. Ano yung beginning natin? Nagsimula tayo sa A70. Ang tanong, magkano yung investment natin? Hindi natin alam to. This we don't know. So this we need to solve. Magkano yung in-invest natin sa PPE? Alam natin yung depreciation expense. Magkano ba yung depreciation natin for 2021? It's equal to, this is 100, no? So negative to. Lagyan natin negative para isa-sum up na lang natin lahat. Tapos disposal, may information ba tayo na nagbenta ng property, plant, and equipment? Wala. So zero to, no? Kasi wala naman sinabi na nagbenta ng property, plant, and equipment. Kung nagbenta, i-minus natin yun. So ang net natin now will be, okay, just sorry guys for little extension. Ito na lang, is equal to, isa-sum na natin lahat to, no? Beginning, wait. Therefore, PPE ending. Ang PPE ending natin will be, so this is equal to, isum natin lahat. Isum natin lahat yan. Okay, dapat ang PPE ending natin, 1,000. Okay, ang tanong, ano dapat yung investment in PPE so that ang ending natin 1,000. Okay, so let me end there. Sorry for the few minutes extension. I'll stop.